Yo, what's going on, everybody? Is You Tell It Like It Is, and I am here with a movie review for you guys today. As you can see, It, Chapter 2. Let's go.
So, Pennywise is back at it again in the lovely, weird, gruesomely uncomfortable town of Derry, and taking out kids. Starting off with some other, gosh, how do I say this without spoiling?
The movie starts off a little chaotic. Uh, he did something in particular, and I was like, yo, wait, what happened to him doing this? But apparently, he's not about that life right now, and he's just out here doing whatever. If you haven't noticed, I'm trying to not spoil things, so I'm trying to keep out as much information as possible, but while trying to keep this compacted and short, you know? I see and I notice a lot of other critics out there being like mad hypercritical about the movie. Honestly, me personally, I didn't think it was that bad. Was it better than the first one? Was it better than the last installment that we got? Some would say yes. Me, I'm gonna say no. It wasn't. The first one was a lot better as far as like getting the story out there and everything, but it didn't have much to it for what you thought it was going to be. Like there wasn't as many scares and jump scares and scary moments within the course of the film. You know what I mean? This one, however, they did not shy away from the creepy, from the scary, from the jump scares. There were so many jump scares in this movie that I feel like I couldn't take it anymore. About an hour and a half in, like there was so much going on, and once you're done with one scene, it literally jumps to the next scene where you're getting ready to get scared again, and you're like, "Look, I'm." After a while, it kept happening so much. I was like, "Okay, I'm I'm over this now." Like, and not in a bad way. It's just like I got jump scared so much to the point to where it was just kind of like, "Okay, I know this is coming, and I know I'm probably gonna get freaked out and get jump scared again because I'm a sucker." Overall, it was a pretty great movie. I would personally give it a 7 out of 10. Reason why I give it a 7 out of 10 is simply because there were a lot of moments, as long as this movie was almost 3 hours, almost 3 hours. If you had to pee like I did, you noticed that it was almost 3 hours. But aside from that, there was a lot, as long as this movie was, there still felt like there was a lot of things missing. Oh, I forgot to mention
I have not seen the original It with Tim Curry in it. I meant to watch it. I never got around to it, but I missed it. I wasn't gonna wait to watch it before the movie came out, so I saw this movie first. I'll eventually get around to the old one from like what 1980s, I think. I'll get to that one eventually. I also didn't read the book because that book is a freaking Bible, and I don't have time to literally read books. If I have it on audio, which I'm sure they do, I will probably invest more time in that. But to get the book itself and then read it, I don't have the time. I'm way too busy to actually stop and read things. So most of my reading comes from audiobooks, to be quite honest.
anyway, the loser club is back. Um, Struggling with coming back together and revisiting old wounds that they thought they ran away from and trying to end Pennywise the clown all in the same process. Meanwhile, Pennywise is just dragging them along for the process and still continually finding time to mess with all the other citizens in the town. God. The ending for me was a little sad. The ending wasn't bad, just it was it was sad. It was sad. I felt sad at the end of it all. And yet relieved at the same time. But at the same time, they kept it so suspenseful towards the end. I'm just like thinking, like, oh, oh, please don't tell me like this dude survived, or there's like gonna be like a third movie or whatever, or something like that. Like they casually just keep strolling through the stuff, through the scenes, like at any moment something's gonna pop out. But maybe that's just because I'm like scarred from all the jump scares. I don't know. The casting was perfect. I've never seen casting like that in my entire life.
That rare occasion where they have to cast the adults to make them look like the kids and act like the kids did in the first film. And I think they did a really good job of it. Like, if nothing else, that was for sure the saving grace of this movie. And the standout for me was more than likely Richie's character, of course, freaking Bill Hader. naturally, of course, he's gonna stand out because he's like obviously the comedian of the crew, and he's always wisecracking, making jokes, much like Richie did when he was in the young Richie kid when he was in the first one.
Everybody else played their roles really well. I just wish some things that they had in here made more sense. I'm not gonna talk about it right here because it's spoiler free. I'll get into the spoiler section with it a little bit later. If I can, I'm gonna try and have some people on with me to talk about it. If not, it'll be what it is. Anyway, I recommend seeing it chapter 2. I give it a 7 out of 10 once again, and go find it in a theater near you and check it out. If you're afraid of clowns, I really don't know why you're here checking out this review at this point, but I appreciate the support. I'll take it. Aside from that, I will be back with the spoiler review after this weekend because I'm gonna give everybody a chance to see the movie before, I start spewing out stuff. Yeah. Thank you for watching. Hope you loved the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and check out other content that I have on my channel. And do the same for all of those videos, please. Thanks. And I will be here telling it like it is.